afternoon, everyone. Congratulations, Angie Stone. Congratulations,
Thank you.
Ginuwine, on your very much so deserved award.
Thank
So
you.
you both are absolutely iconic, as we all know. I would love to know what has helped you both motivated to achieve such great success, and also, in your opinions, what makes a true artist?
What motivated me truly was Michael Jackson and Prince. I mean, and throughout my career, I've had, I fell in love with a lot of artists. Whitney, Bobby Brown, Audition, and a lot of artists like that. And that's what motivated me to do what I'm doing now. I still remember when I saw Michael Jackson on Motown 25, and when they say, that light bulb goes off in your head, it truly did go off in my head. Like I know that feeling. I know what that means totally, because that moment when he slid back, I said I wanted to make people feel the way he made me feel, and it was just moving. It was just like magic. So I wanted to try, to make people feel like that. And what makes a true artist is just being true to self. It's not too much complicated. The one thing I don't like about artists now is that I really can't tell the difference from one to another. That's everybody sounds the same, everybody looks the same. Back in the days, there was only one Michael Jackson, there was only one Prince, there was only one Patti LaBelle, there was only one, you know what I mean? But now there's a lot of, I won't say no names, but there's a lot of everybody the same. And so I respect it. I respect the movement. I respect the music. I respect the artists. But in my day, it was just different. And for me, just a true artist in my heart is just a person that sets out to be different, become different, and make a difference in the world, and not just do something that everybody else is doing.
Well, my inspiration came from my mother and my father. My dad was a quartet singer, and I mentioned earlier, being an only child, my only entertainment was my dad's group practicing in the living room. So I would sit there and I would listen to all those harmonies, and you just was like in a trance, because I couldn't figure out how they were doing it. But I was exposed to it so much that it became my one reason for doing music. My dad was one of the best quarterbacks in South Carolina. He went to a high school called Booker T. Washington. And from what I learned early on, my mom got pregnant when they were in high school. And, they both were family people. So when it came time for him to make a decision on whether I go to school or do I quit my school and go to work to take care of my family, my dad sacrificed his entire football career to going to college and everything, very limited education, to make sure that he took care of his family. So he went to work as a cab driver. That became my inspiration for working so hard to take care of my parents, because I both realized they both sacrificed their entire lives so that I would have a better life, which is why I work so hard for my own children right now. That's the one thing. When I think about the artists that influenced me, I used to love Earth, Wind and Fire, Maurice White, the things that they sang about, the stories. There was myths in their stories. There were things that I dissected over and over and over. And when I thought about David Copperfield being a part of the entertainment world and fixing it so that Parliament and Earth, Wind and Fire gave you these extravagant shows, I never wanted to perform unless those shows were that dynamic, because that made your $5 or $10 or $15 ticket worth it. And at the end of the day, people started, as the generations came to us, people started sliding by on thin ice with just give me a DJ and 50 dancers and I'm gonna go out here and do this. Well, to me, the artistry was sacrificed. And I just realized at that point, I would never abandon the raw idea of great musicianship, because everybody ate. And what happened is when we start thinning out the roster to save money for the promoters and doing all of this stuff, we sacrifice the culture. itself. So when I sit back and I think about the inspiration, yes, it was Earth, Wind and Fire. It was the Commodores. It was all those people that put a whole lot into the showmanship, which is why I have so much respect for Ginuwine, because you put so much into the showmanship, because at the end of the day, you want your fans to walk away feeling full. And that's why I work so hard. So let me just congratulate you, Ginuwine, personally, for being that urban icon, because it's very important that people pull that from you and that they understand and represent the culture of what we do. It's very important. I love you, and I'm so proud of you for it.
Thank you.
You both are just simply amazing. Congratulations again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sweetie.